Okay. We are learning Hilchas Nefilas Apaim v'Kedusha de Sidra Halacha Daled. You see that this is based on the term Tzausa Dal Ma'echa. Where is the middle of the world that we have learned? We have just finished. Remember doing the mitzvah b'simcha, and the Malchus is Malbish the Netzachot Yesod, which goes and wakes up all the Oilamas, Kavodas Hashem, and then the Netzachot Yesod go and it's Malbish the Chesed, Gvura Tiferes, which are the tools of the bracha. It brings about bracha, and so forth and so on. And the Nosson talks about this, and with this also we'll have some illumination, the meaning of Purim and Pesach and the four Parshas. So being that we just finished that Torah, and obviously this is very relevant to what we're holding now, so we're going to change our meaning and start with the Likutei Halachos. And he says this like this. First of all, he does a little summary of the Torah that we have learned. V'aklal sh'aladei asiyas ha-mitzvah b'simcha. The principle is that through doing the mitzvah b'simcha, zeichim le'alos ha-shechina ma'golos. This is how you're zeichim to extricate the shechina from the golos. Ve'la'alos midarga le'darga me'oilam le'oilam. And to go and ascend from one stage to the next, and one spiritual realm to the next. Ad shezoichim la'alos lemala lemala, until one can ascend all the way up. Ad shezoichim la'asig ora ein sof, until one can attain the light of infinity itself, kaviyachol b'vchinas matei v'lo matei, like getting it and not getting it. Shu lemala min nefesh v'ruach neshama. That particular light is beyond the perception possible by nefesh, ruach, and neshama, lemala spheres, above all the spheres.
What is B'chinas mati v'lo mati?
Okay, mati v'lo mati means you get it, but you don't get it. You realize it, but you don't realize it. It's like we said. The only way we can sort of like this is you get a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of your eye, so to speak, of your mental faculty. The human mental faculties cannot wrap itself around that knowledge because it's the infinite light. Right. But you get a glimpse of it. I mean, it's Vayen sham kol ze hitev shekatav sham shemipnimius habircharon, that from the inside of the blessing, that's the inside light of the malchus of the Yetzirah, shem dakus habircharon. It's nisbarach hamiyashev v'amesadas hamoichin. It's the combination of the inner light of the malchus of the world above the one you're holding, and the inner light of the Chesed Gvura Tiferes, which are, if you remember, that's the valve mechanism of the world. Well, you're in together, they combine to make the Keser. That's the mechanism that harnesses your seichel, that harnesses your intellect, and puts it puts a limit on it, so it's effective, so it's productive, so it doesn't just go wild, so, for the sake of art, just blow up everything. It's just like, it's disciplined. That's the keser. That's the bechina that holds back and makes the mental faculties orderly. So they won't just, break out of their limitations, their capabilities. And then he says, on this, the action and reaction, where the intellect chases forward to understand and to grasp that which you don't know yet, when it bangs against the limitation of the keser, this makes the 9 mental chambers. This is how the the intellectual tools with which you can sort of get a glimpse, getting and not getting of the light of Ein Sof Ayin Sham Kol Ze Eitim. Siman Aleph. V'zeh B'chinas Nefilas Apaim. This is what we do when we do Nefilas Apaim, when we say Tachnun. She'az u'tachlis ha'yichud ve'azivug ha'elyon. This is the epitome of the unification and the getting together of Azivug ha'elyon, of Kodsha B'richu Shchintei. This is the most intimate moment there is. Kavavunas b'kavanas atfila, as it says in Kavanas atfilas of Arizah. And all that thing which we explain in that particular Torah, the Hainu, in other words, Shamalchus Alamri la Klipas, that the Malchus comes out of the Klipas while you're doing the mitzvahs b'simcha. Malchus Malbish v'oyle lebchinas netzach od yasod, and it is levush to the Sefirot of Netzach od yasod, as we learned. V'netzach od yasod lecheses gvur tiferes, and they go up afterwards and become, as we said before, they surround the Chesed Gvur Tiferes, and the Chesed Gvur Tiferes goes to Chochmah Bina Das v'chulei, as we said before at great length. Kol zeu kavanos seder atfila. This is the entire kavana of the entire tefillah shachas that we daven in the morning. This is how the tefillah goes. You go up to the malchus, you go in weiter and weiter and weiter. Shomrim etchilas karbonos v'kteres. First of all, you say karbonos and kteres. That's the aliyas of malchus. ואחר כך פסוקה דזימרו, ואחר כך קריאת שמו, ואחר כך תפילה 18. שעל ידי כל זה, by going through all these steps, עולין האוילוז ובחילס המבורים התורה, all the realms that are explicit in that particular Torah are going up one after the other. שהמלכוס מן הקליפוס, והמלכוס מן נצחו והוד יסוד, and so on, as we said before, as it is said explicitly and in great detail in Kavanas Arizah. And Rabbeinu Zal discovered and explained that the secret of the ascension of all the Olamas, of all these things, everything is perpetrated and initiated and instigated, and with any kind of word you want to say, when you're doing the mitzvah with simcha. You're sitting here with talis and tefillah. You're sitting here with talis and tefillah. You're sitting here and we're learning Torah. Nimtza she'asiyas ha-mitzvah b'simcha, when you're doing the mitzvah b'simcha, u'bchina seder atfilo, u'bchina achas, it's one and the same. Doing the mitzvah b'simcha and the entire seder tefillas shachris is one thing. That's the thing that elevates all the worlds, as we said. This is the secret, the mystery behind the order of Tefillah Shachris. What you zoche is to ascend all the way up to the Keser, to the crown, to reach a presence of mind and a settlement of mind, which turns brilliance into productive and real advancement, as opposed to, irrelevant brilliance. And this, that is attainable through the 9 holes. This is what, falling on the hands is about. When we finish davening, once we finished davening, we finished Shmoneh Esrei, אז כבר נגמרו עלייס כל העולמות למעלה עד אצילוס למעלה למעלה. All the worlds went all the way up. When you say the Korbanos, you're fixing the Asiyah. When you're saying Pesukah de Zimra, you're fixing the Yetzirah. When you're saying Krishma and the Brachas, you're fixing the Olam HaBriah. And when you stand there in Shmoneh Esrei between you and the Kodesh Baruch Hu, you're standing in Olam HaTzilus. At the end of Shmoneh Esrei, you finished all the Sekudim. Everything went up through the as you'll say here, the Ktoris is Ktoris to Samach Lev. The Ktoris is the thing that rejoices the heart. This is the Asiyas HaMitzvah, as we'll see. V'zeh b'chinas Nefilas Apaim. We went all the way up to Atzilus, Lamala, above, as it says the Kavonas. Ve'az tzrichin likolol ba'or ensof. And then you have to become included, basically immerse yourself in the light of infinity. That is the secret of yichud, of unification, and getting together, and the intimate of getting together. This is what happens at the end of the tefillah. The main principle of yichud and zivug is when the lower world is connecting with that which is above it, and they become one. And the world above is mashpia, bestows, it brings about bounty to the world below, which is the receiver. So the world above is b'chinas the male, which is mashpia, and the world below is the female, which is the makabeh. And every world, and compared to the world above it, is a female. The world above it, compared to it, is a male, and so forth and so on. It says in quite a few places. Before Parshas Vayigash, it says, "Here the kings got together." Ayen Sham, you should see over there. When a soul from Israel, who is the world, it's the low world, neged oir ensof baruch hu, when compared to the eternal light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when you're zeicha to become immersed and to visit and to touch the light of infinity, you get there and you don't get there. With this, you actually achieve the unification of all the upper realms. Everything, from top to bottom. This is not possible. You're not capable of doing this. This coupling is not possible without, the rejoining link. When you try to get two pipes together, there has to be an adapter that fits, the two things together, which is the tikkun and this is the keser. There's a thing that enables, the lower bechina to receive that which is above it in a disciplined manner, in a controlled manner that will assure growth, not in a manner that will stir it toward violence and craziness. This brings that factor, the holding back factor, the break factor to the moichin, so it doesn't breach the boundary and totally gets lost. So these two things together, these two negating factors, powers. From one hand, the ambition to get forward. On the other hand, the ability to hold it back. That is the thing that creates by you the mental faculty to be able to visit the Or Ensof. That is the main coupling, that's the main yichud and unification. All this is achieved after we finish, we're saying, oh man, we are saying Tachnun, I can't believe this. There's no chassan around here. There's not a yard site of somebody, whatever it is. And you don't realize that this is it. This is like your entire davening just to lead to this.
Let's say the shul doesn't say you're allowed to do it on your own, or
only if it's a day that if the shul is doing it because they simply don't want to say it, then I don't know what the law is.
Every yard side.
I don't. So you have to ask a Rav about this. Allah, you have to ask a Rav. I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's ridiculous because the point is dafka in a day where there is a yard site of a tzaddik is a es rotzon. So es rotzon, which means that is the most auspicious time to say tachnun, dafka. there is, the Shulchan Aruch says, you're not saying, you don't say Tachnun and the Yotz of Moshe Rabbeinu. You're not saying Tachnun and on like Ba'omer, right? And you're not saying Tachnun and Mara de Asra. The Rav of the town. It's Yotz of the town. But that's it. The Shulchan Aruch says before about those, and all those, that don't say it because of the Yotz of Tzaddikim. He says you don't have a day that don't have, an awesome tzaddik goes and you never say, Tachnun ever in your life. I mean, it's ludicrous. זה בחינס נפילס אפיים שאז הוא עיקר בחינס הייחוד והזיווג. That's the main unification and coupling כמכוונס. ועל כן צריכים אז ליפול על פניו. Then you have to fall on your face. זה בחינס ויסתר מוישה פניו כי יורד מהביט אל אלוקים. And Moshe fell on his face because he was scared of looking at Hashem. Shebchina Zos, that Moshe covered his face because he was in awe of looking at Hashem. This comes from the Miyasav, the Mesader Miyashav. That's the proper, boundary, keeping the boundary. Moshe Rabbeinu had. Shonizbaruch mipnimis abirchan. Shobchinas keser. Bchina Zos yesh koach b'moichin le'akeves ha'moichin mirdiofen. This gives the moichin themselves the ability to hold themselves. What's holding the moichin? What is putting the damper? What is putting the brake on the moichin? It's the moichin themselves. Your mind says, "Whoa, I understand that I'm getting out of hand." So supposedly, it's you yourself are putting the brake on you yourself. So this ability, the moichin, to be able to hold themselves, is getting from that difference. This is the falling down on one's face. As we said before. Again, that's the reason why. That's why you have to confess all the sins and everything, all the boo-boos that you did before the Nefilas Apaim. That's the secret. The Rabbeinu says over there in this story that the Saved the Beatuna asked, "Mi Yema," who is going to go to Cholat Moris? Who's going to go into the place of the Klippas, to get up the holy sparks, to get out the Kedusha and the Simcha from over there? So the Shechina will come out of the Galus and will go up with all the ascensions, as we said, until he can get into Usa the Alma, then he can get the Or Ein Sof, the light of infinity. This is the confession of all the sins that we say before Nefilas Apaim. It is not possible to get this light of infinity. You have to elevate the sparks of Kedusha that fell into the garbage dump. You have to bring it out from the Kelipot. This is what you need, Vidui Dvorim. The Mitzvah Hashem, after davening, will continue right here.
Sein other